What up, everybody?
Well,
Cosmic Jive exclusive right here at the top of your bonus episode.
brand new album. 5 days old.
I was going to say, Kevin, isn't this the new stuff?
Mm-hmm. Came out on the 22nd. It's a little more.
That's my birthday.
A little more laid back. Yeah, happy belated.
A nice birthday present.
Ooh. Yeah, this was much different from the one before. It's a little more laid back than the last one.
And I like the name, the Scenic Route for the Clout Route.
We'll have to get a remix in. Clout Route edition for the next album.
Hell yeah. So check that out. Cosmic Jive Topic on YouTube, guys. Okay. Thanks for showing up for this Clout Route bonus episode. What up, Kevin? This actually will be the final thing we record together for the year. Actually. Right? I think.
We crammed a lot in 2023. Yeah, there's only like 3 days left. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think this will have to do it. But yeah, we only did 106 or something recording, so shame on us.
Somebody actually DM'd me and said, like, impressive amount of, said they were watching the episode the other day and said, impressive amount of episodes. I can't believe you did 100. I was like, yeah. 100 and some.
Just gotta roll them sleeves up every once in a while, you know? These grifters aren't going to out themselves, man.
Hey, we got to do the work sometimes. And you know what? When we're usually here, outing the grifters, as you said, today we're here for something a little different for this bonus. We've been, I guess the last couple bonus episodes on YouTube have been little dives into specific characters we've stumbled across on the Clout Route. Last one was Eric, internet comment etiquette. That was fun watching him do salvia. And then before that, it was Kevin. Who is that first one about? Do you remember? I feel like you're an expert on the guy.
The Chris Chan Sonichu, Jesus Christ. There's so many more names now. Which there's been an update on that. I think he's done yet another video since then, but now's not the time. But
hey, we'll get on that.
I think our universe's Chris is now placing the blame of past actions on a Chris from another dimension. So it's not maybe necessarily that those things didn't happen. It's that it wasn't this Chris. This Chris was displaced from time. Because as you remember, this Chris is actually Jesus Christ reincarnated. So anyway, we'll have to catch up on another bonus episode. 2024, baby.
Maybe we'll talk about some alternate versions of some alternate universe characters in this episode today. You never know how deep we go on the classic, actually throwback, you could say, even who would win with the Clout Route. Now we say that classic throwback because really, like, the first, I guess, like the precursor to us ever doing a podcast or like a show like this together was us doing a who would win episode where we talked about, who would win theoretically, hypothetically, however you want to go about it, between certain characters or situations online. The who would win subreddit I frequented a lot, so I think that's where we ripped the idea.
Oh yeah, it was a classic. I remember those days. We've come a long way from that episode, from that particular episode, Danny, because that was before I think you and I would both go on to kind of run our own podcasts in other situations for a couple of years after that, before we even came back to do this. So that was some old school. So I'm very glad that we're bringing this back here to the Clout Route, because it was always I love the concept. We only ever did one episode, and other people have done similar things, and I think there's a lot of great debate to be had with some of the battles that Danny and I have cooked up for you folks. And in classic Clout Route fashion, we have way more of these than we can fit into one episode. So it's probably going to be a series, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I like about these little bonuses and then some of the extra stuff we do on Patreon. It's like we can kind of, if we feel like something's working or feels better to us, we can go that route for a while. If we want to switch it up, we can pull in one of these episodes, We've got to have they're almost like segments on a show, except we just decide when we want to do one again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got to keep it fresh. We got to shake things up. We can continue to grow in 2020 faux bars.
Continue to grow in 2024. I like that. Who would win in a rap battle? Eminem versus Kevin.
I can't rhyme orange like he can, so I'm gonna have to take that geriatric bastard at this point. Give me the L.
Yeah, right. No, I saw a clip. I mean, I know this is kind of a tangent, but I saw a clip earlier where it was like, I don't know who these people were, but it was a podcast. This is not something I've researched, so this is just, anecdotally. I'm probably botching some of it anyways. Scrolling through Twitter and I see it's two black guys and then this like lighter skinned, black guy, I assume. I'm assuming his race, actually. The lighter skinned guy could have been whatever, I guess. So who knows? But anyways, this black guy on one side says something about he's basically saying Eminem is one of the top 5 greatest of all time. And then the other guy on the other side, which they have this, like I said, the random guy in the middle, but the other guy on the other side's like, nah, if he's not African American, he can't be in the top 5 rappers of all time. And
we all know. Oh, good.
The guy in the middle, he's like, in shock about how serious the guy got all of a sudden. Top 5 African. He's like, Eminem, not even a little though, like not even considered in your top 5. And the dude's just like, no, fuck that,
The 5 best rappers of all time are Dylon. We know this. It's been established.
Yeah, right. So I guess Kevin would lose as the first who would win on the Clout Route. Who would win? Bonus. Kevin takes the L.
I take the first L. There we go. Hey, that's good. Can only go up from here.
Anyways, while we're here at the top, I did want to say this will be on YouTube eventually. It is an early access video on Patreon and then to YouTube. So while you are here on YouTube, make sure to like and comment down below, and click that subscribe button if for some reason you haven't yet. Okay, make sure you do that. Make sure your holidays and your new year are happy. And listen to the shout out producers. You can be here too on a future episode of the show. If you go to patreon.com/thecloutroute and subscribe for $1 or more, or even just click the free subscription. We love that too. But certain videos you can only get if you get that $1 tier. You'll also get early videos there. So stuff like this will go there just a tad bit earlier, just for you.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Those shout out producers though: Pest, Mama Creepy, Unstoppable Jojo, Kinda Cool Greg, Corn, Cone Still, and Mystic Babs. We appreciate you. you're why we're here today, I guess. We weren't really doing the little bonus videos every once in a while before the Patreon. So I guess we have the patrons to thank, right, Kevin?
Absolutely. Merry Christmas. And thank you for the bonus episodes, guys. Keep them coming. Continue to grow in 2024.
Merry Christmas. So Kevin, I've got one right off the top for you. Okay, I mean, I guess we already did our first, the Eminem thing. We'll go past that pretty quickly though. Let's move on quickly. You have some expertise here because you actually do a show with someone else that is about these kind of things, I guess. First, let me bring up a nice picture to share with you. Yes.
Hang on. Ooh, it's gonna be hard to explain this, huh? Ooh, how do I know about
Kevin,
this?
Kevin, do you have a show about Boogie's OnlyFans?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you found that podcast I do on the hub, huh? Okay. I thought the voice modulator had me covered there, but I guess I was wrong. No, I recognize this cosplay. Unfortunately, I recognize it.
So the first thing that I wanted to bring up to question you about on this episode, and it has to do with this pick. You can kind of tell what it's about. Do you think this is kind of a classic one, a this person versus that person? You know, that's kind of what a lot of these scenarios will be like, but some of them aren't. But in the classic fashion, Boogie versus Jabba the Hutt, I feel like Boogie, can he even possibly, well, I guess if we're on YouTube, I should censor myself. Could he in Minecraft end a Jabba the Hutt? Or do you think he's even capable of doing so?
Wow, this is actually a tough one. And as you mentioned, I am a bit of a Star Wars nerd. Shout out to Dweeb. Catch us on Han Shot First Friday nights, Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. I don't even know what day it is because I'm trying to black out all of my short term memory ever since Danny pulled this tweet up. But Jabba the Hutt versus Boogie. Now, I will say, as far as the cosplay goes, it's fairly accurate. Those of you who haven't seen Return of the Jedi just know, the look is on point now. But when we get
he does
to,
the Ahego face or whatever.
yeah, the tongue out as he's, you know, dying. Yeah, it's great. I would say the thing about the Huts is they have an insatiable appetite, much like Boogie, but instead of double fisting entire chicken quesadillas that they fold up into like one tall double decker, it's other beings that they
Mm.
eat. And so this is where I'm going to hit you guys with a curveball. I think this one ends in a draw because Jabba would absolutely decimate and destroy Boogie, but even at his size, I don't know that the gluttonous Jabba would be able to swallow Boogie whole in one bite, which he is known to try to do. And I honestly think he would choke to death on Boogie.
Yeah, because like I mean, anything trying to get that past there, if they've got a throat like we do, you can't swallow Boogie down, that
Mm-mm.
easily.
Nope. Phrasing.
But how? Well, she can, but uh, do you think in actual size though? Because I'm trying. This is more like me. Uh, I'm reaching back many years to remember the last time that I saw like actual Jabba sitting there on camera or whatever. Are they comparable in size, or is Jabba
Oh,
bigger?
no, Jabba. It would take maybe like 4 or 5 boogies to make a Jabba.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
Jabba's a big dude.
Do you think that Boogie has the strength to him to go behind a fat Jabba and like choke him out with a chain or, something?
No. No, Boogie didn't have the strength to throw one punch against Jordy in that boxing match, so no.
Right. I mean, you're not wrong at all. He gassed out in, no time when we were watching him there.
And if you happen to wonder, YouTube viewers, why is Kevin being so mean to Boogie today? This is another Patreon ad for you because you can go watch our Christmas special, in which I spend 46 painstaking minutes letting you know why I have so many issues with Boogie. So forgive me my transgression for speaking ill. I shouldn't fat shame Boogie, but sorry. I guess I already did it. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, don't fat shame Boogie and don't fat shame Jabba, dude. You
Yeah,
need
it's
really 5 boogies to make Jabba. I don't know. You might be a little overestimating there, Kevin, I think.
true.
Little rude.
Me?
Okay. Poor
Never,
Jabba.
never been accused of such things. Although it's quick action karma because my camera has decided it refuses to get back into focus. Ever since I made that joke about Boogie's looks, now
It's
I
pretending you're not there
yeah,
anymore.
I look like a hologram from Star Wars now. This is awful. I'll try to fix it. I don't know what's going on. Thank God this is
You'll
a
be
bonus episode. There we oh hey, there we I can see clearly now.
there you go. The boogie curse went away, okay?
All you gotta do is apologize.
So moving on here in the theme of, I guess, the holiday season, we have a few Christmas, who would win matchups here. And one that Kevin and I kind of workshopped through right before the episode that I thought was an interesting little thought experiment to go through. We already thought of the best candidate that we could think of, but there has to be more, that could win here. Who would win between other Christmas characters, protagonists, in the Kevin McAllister Home Alone Trapped House Gauntlet? Who else, Christmas character wise, could make it through that gauntlet there? Kevin, who was the master that we decided before the show even began?
The number one, the I was built for this shit guy for this particular challenge is the barefoot wonder himself, John McClane. Come to the coast. We'll have a few laughs. If he could outdo Hans Gruber and all of those sophisticated bank robbers and their booby traps, I think he's getting right through there. Plus he was a cop. He probably knows about the wet bandits. That was his beat up there. Oh wait, no, Home Alone 2 was in New York. Sorry, this was Chicago. But still, he's a great
Oh,
detective, man.
I wouldn't have known that actually. That's a good point to make there.
Oh yeah, yeah. That and Sheboygan, they're pretty big in Sheboygan. Sorry, I watched Home Alone for Christmas this year. That won our Nevick family NCAA style Christmas movie tournament. So Home Alone was what we watched this year, and yeah, it had to be John McClane. And I say that mainly as an incredibly biased individual who will argue until his death that Die Hard is not only a Christmas movie, but it is the best Christmas movie. Let me know what yours is in the comments below, but do not dare try
That's a
to tell
good
me that I am wrong or convince me otherwise, okay? Because I will not hear it.
that's a good comment engagement right there. Your favorite Christmas movie, because I don't know, I couldn't think of a better one than Die Hard, at least right off the rip.
Ooh, Batman Returns is kind of a Christmas movie. So maybe
Which one
Michael
was
Keaton
that?
Batman. That's the one with the Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer. It's by far one of the kinkiest Christmas movies. With
Well,
just Tim Burton and Michelle Pfeiffer in that cat suit. Just, I was like 8 years old watching that. Like, what the hell is going on here? Pretty weird little movie that was. But I don't know. That's another one. Let us know if you think there are other, because there are other characters in cinematic universes that I think could handle the McAllister house just fine, like John Rambo. But there was never we never had a very Rambo Christmas or anything like that. So I don't think you can count him amongst this. Do you want to now, The Thing, I don't think is a Christmas movie just because it's always cold in the Arctic, so you can't really get
Okay.
away with that, but,
Well, now you're really getting into technicals,
Mhm.
or starting
I
to guess when certain movies take place to see if that character can go through the gauntlet.
I'm doing this just to show how ironclad and airtight I think the selection of John McClane is for this one.
Mm,
I think
mm,
it's, like, as you put it, it's probably the S tier. It's John
yeah.
McClane and then everybody else.
So, do you think John McClane is better than Santa Claus himself? I mean, we could go with if we go with like movie ones like Tim Allen's Santa Claus, it's like I think he's getting fucked up
I
by
hope so. I mean,
Kevin
just yeah.
McAllister.
In general, I hope Tim Allen's getting fucked up. Wherever he is right now, I kinda hope,
He's getting
uh,
fucked up on something, that's for sure.
somebody's buying him a shot. Let's go with that. I don't wanna get any, I don't wanna we don't need any more of our videos removed from YouTube, alright, Suze? Is Suze even still around? Anyway, uh, that I was offering to buy him a drink, alright? That's what I meant by him getting fucked up, alright? Don't
But
look
Tim Allen's Santa Claus is getting absolutely demolished. What about classic The Grinch? Now, like the cartoon one makes it a little more unrealistic. So let's talk about Jim Carrey's The Grinch. Do you think he sneaking in, stealing presents, could sneak in to the McAllister house?
Wasn't Jim Carrey's Grinch, like, obsessed with the number 23 or something like that? And he was running around reading, like, Max Payne fan
Yeah.
fiction,
And he
something like
thought
that.
that for some reason, he thought that he was in like a reality TV show or something. I
Yeah,
don't
right,
know.
okay,
It was
yep,
really weird, that Grinch movie.
yeah, yeah. The the Santa Show, I think, is what it was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I The Grinch is a good one. I think we may have found an actual competitor here for John McClane. I think might be The Grinch because wasn't that his whole gig? Breaking into homes while people were in them to steal all their Christmas stuff?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Theoretically, though, you would think that, I don't know, Santa Claus, the original one, would, because he has some like powers and stuff, you know what I mean? Like magical
Yeah.
powers to like get through your chimney and shit. So like if we're not gonna say that Tim Allen's Santa Claus can rank up there with a John McClane, who's just a regular old buff dude, then I mean, he's more than that, but I don't know if I can say that Jim Carrey's Grinch, you're like, what the fuck is that thing anyways? Is it a guy in a suit? Is it a creature? Is it like the Sasquatch?
Yeah, just a crazy dude in a ghillie suit who never takes a bath. See, the only reason I'm not giving the Santa Claus, an opportunity here is just strictly because he was played by Tim Allen. So, if we wanna pull from a different Santa Claus, I think Hulk Hogan played Santa once, Santa
Hmm.
with muscles or something.
Bad Santa?
Bad Santa, yeah, Billy Bob Thornton, no, he'd be honestly, the Bad Santa character probably was one of the Wet Bandits. Like, yeah,
Right.
he probably left because Marv wouldn't stop running the water. He was like, "You fucking dumbass, we're gonna get caught," and then he left and became a mall Santa. That's actually a prequel. A lot of people didn't know that. It's,
Exactly, dude.
yeah, there's a deep cut. Look in, one of the scenes in the church, look for Billy Bob Thornton. He won't be there, but look for him. He's an Easter egg in the back.
You imagine it there and it will be there,
Mhm.
okay? So rolling off this quite cleanly, I would say one
Mhm.
of the matchups that we found on the old who would win subreddit, which like I said before, it was the subreddit that kind of inspired me to even think about doing a show talking about it to begin with, because the subreddit is like people go on there and do their text chats and you can argue about it all day, but I think it's a lot more fun to have a conversation about like these matchups and who would win.
Oh yeah.
Ooh yeah, brother.
You know
So let's check this out. Can you see my guy? There we are. Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas versus Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is just going to be a classic person versus person, Jack versus Grinch throwdown. I'm saying, brawl. I've got pictures of both, so we'll kind of think about it and go through here.
Oh, because I got mine.
Well, I don't know. I think the obvious is like my initial reaction is Jack Skellington. He's big, he's tall, lanky dude. I've got a picture of him here. Let's zoom out just a tad so I can fit him on the screen. But Jack Skellington, I mean, look at that thing. Not only is he a Skellington.
Not only is he a Skellington. See, that's why they did it, though. That's why they did that.
Not only is he a skeleton, so like I'm sure there's some reanimation there, he can get his arm knocked off and then just put it back on, blah blah blah. Jack's got it going on. The Grinch, I mean,
I think Jack has some powers too, if I remember.
What the right? Does he can he like make things, or can he I think he's just good at spooking people.
He's got like a flying dog, and yeah, he can make himself look scary to children. Speaking of unknown prequels, I mean, I'm just saying I've never seen Jack Skellington and the Slender Man in the same room at the same time. So for all I know, they could be brothers. So how is the Grinch and his little plus only one of these has a dog that actually flies, all right? They both have actually strikingly similar looking dogs.
Right. It's like
it's kind of weird how much the Grinch's dog looks like Jack Skellington's ghost dog. Oh my god, you guys, I think it's the same dog because these guys have already fought. And the first time Grinch's poor puppy took a stray from Jack Skellington, and now his spirit, he went with his new master now, the guy who won that fight, because Jack Skellington would win this fight 10 times out of 10, baby. I'm locked in.
It must be something with Jack Skellington. Like he probably threw a bone or something, and the dog's like, ooh, a bone, and then as soon as you clamp onto one of those Jack Skellington bones, it's like acid and it just burns the flesh and skin off the poor dog. All that's left is the the blanket skin flaps, and he fucking flies away with Jack Skellington. Yeah, I think you're right.
That's exactly how it happened. Yeah, he was trying to defend his master, and it looks like a little ankle biter, that little shit. So probably came back with a femur or something, and joke's on you, pal.
Joke's on you. So I've got a good hypothetical here for us, actually, Kevin. Okay. Now, if I bring up the specific question from Reddit here for us, they outline quite a bit here for us to chew on. But if you see this, a couple runs Mother Nature's gauntlet. How far does he get? A man and a woman, both in their physical prime, decide to fight against a gauntlet of several wild animals. How far do they get? Except the man and the woman, both in their physical prime, actually are Kevin and I now.
Plot
twist. Plot twist.
Oh no, I'm gonna go 0-2 in gauntlets today. Damn it.
Yeah, we're gonna lose again because this gets pretty brutal. So let's zoom in here, and we can go through them bit by bit. First, each battle ends if either human is still alive or the animal is slain. Okay, so number one here, a small group of non-venomous rattlesnakes. Do you think we could handle a small group of non-venomous rattlesnakes?
I do. I Yeah. I don't want to
Come
get myself in trouble.
on.
I don't like snakes. So if you're going to put me in a situation where I have to defend myself against snakes, I'm not going to stop to ask whether they're venomous. I'm just going to run away. But if I actually have to fight them and they're not venomous, yes, I think you and I can defeat a small group. Let's hope a small group is less than 10 or something. But the fact of the matter is they're not venomous and they're rattlesnakes. So it's going to take more than a small group of them to wrap us up and crush us and eat us. They might bite the shit out of us a lot, but I don't think they're killing us.
To make it a definite number, especially since the next question kind of has to do with it, let's say a small group is 6 snakes.
3
6
snakes
snakes, 3,
each.
3.
And
Dude,
we are
I mean,
just
what do
do
they
we have
do?
anything? Do we
I
get
mean,
bamboo spears and plastic football helmets?
yep,
Okay.
right there at the top, and it's on a
Oh,
beach.
if we have spears, I think so. Because I probably won't be using the shark. I shouldn't get into too much detail on how I'm gonna defeat these snakes, right? Could that get us in TOS if I'm just
This is these are all Minecraft snakes. Like this is hypothetical beach on a Minecraft beach. So all of it is hypothetical here.
as Frank Reynolds would say. So, anyways, I start blasting, but instead of blasting, I'd be smashing. All right, I'm not gonna waste the sharp side, is what I'm saying, on a bunch of small rattlesnakes. I'll probably just play a game of whack a mole.
See, I don't even think I need a bamboo spear or anything for 6. Like if it's 6 snakes, 3v3 or 3 and 3 each. Like I don't even know if we're on a beach, I don't know a scenario where it could get me at all. Like it's just a matter of time for me to catch it and kill it. Because what is it going to do to me? Like it can't it's non-venomous, so it's not going to poison me. It could bite me
Yeah,
and cause me
but
to
then once it
bleed, but
bites
then
you,
it's on.
it's
It's
on because then you can use the sharp end of your spear, and that bad boy's gone.
yeah, like if it
Good
clamps
night,
onto you,
Irene.
it's over.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a scenario where we could get wiped out by 6 non-venomous snakes. I think we're taking that one 10-10
Mm-hmm.
all
Yeah.
the way.
Count me. I think for the last one, just for fun, we'll take it by each end and tie it like a bow and just toss it into the lake or ocean or whatever, just to prove our point.
I think we should tie them all together by their tails, like you said, and use it as a weapon against the next group of.
Oh, we'll make a rattlesnake human centipede.
Yeah. You just got like a rattlesnake net that you throw, and then they're all pissed off and biting.
Yeah, it's like the whole red ant, black fire ant, black ant, whatever, the red ant thing where you have them fight each other while we watch. I like this. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, we're gonna make it.
Now next, 3 German shepherds. Now again, bamboo
Oof.
spears, plastic football helmets
Whew.
on a beach. Now I want to go like I don't want to envision that they're doggies because it's just too much for me to think about them being doggies. So I'm thinking like these are
German sheep herders.
German sheep herders. Interesting. I was gonna say like they're like foxes on steroids or something. You know, we've got to like come up with a better like
Oh, so you're
maybe
having the same problem as I am. We're like, well, I wouldn't hurt a dog, so we're just gonna end up dying on this one, huh? Um, what if they had police vests on? What could you get there then?
if the dogs had
If
police vests on.
Yeah, if you knew they were like those, you're like, "Oh, they're those K9 units, man. These these dirty cop dogs have put a lot of innocent men behind bars pretending that they've smelt something in someone's car."
Well,
'Cause
okay,
I still
let's
couldn't do it. It's still a dog to me, so
how about let's do this then. Rather than mull over the idea of ending these dogs, we'll just say we take it like 8 out of 10 on the dogs, okay? Because I
Yeah,
think I mean, realistically, it's dogs, okay? We're humans, we got it.
yeah, we got
But
it.
then we can really start thinking about what we would do against creatures like this for the next one. 2 gray wolves on a beach versus Kevin and I with
See, that one's gonna
Football
be hard because
helmets and bamboo spears.
we're gonna have to sleep in shifts because the thing about them wolves is they will probably just circle us and wait. I don't think they're gonna confront us 2 on 2 at the same time. So it's gonna
Would they
be a
come
bit of
out in the
a
water?
cat and mouse game, I think. I mean, I don't actually know.
Because
Probably if
we,
they're hungry enough, they'll get close, but I don't know that they're gonna chase us into the water.
yeah, because we could just get into the water to get away at any point. Like that, I think would ultimately be our biggest advantage, because obviously in a physical battle here, it's gonna be fucking scary as fuck against two wolves. But at any time we have like a panic button, like bail into the water. And then if you think about it that way, it's like a lot of these animals have the bite is their weapon. So worst case scenario, even one of us gets bit, if we have the strength or the wherewithal together to like, okay, somebody's bit, we'll get this one out immediately. Because we could, I think if it latched on to one of us, we could incapacitate one easily. Now somebody might be fucked up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Pretty
If the
bad.
wolf gets your leg, you're not much help in the next round.
But I don't think that these are continuous rounds. These are separate rounds. Okay, let's
Okay.
think about it that way.
We
We're
get we
not like succession, or else we're fucked.
we get a bye week after the Wolves, all right? We gotta recover before our next big game. I think because the other thing I've been thinking about as we've been discussing this with the weapons that we have, I'm probably gonna be holding the bamboo spear in my left arm because it's not my strong arm, but it's got that point so I can use it to jab. And up to now, I don't really have a reason to wear that football helmet when I can hold it by the face mask and swing it like a club.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I'm thinking if we both kind of do our best Leonidas impressions with the spear in one arm and the helmet in the other, we can go jab, smash, and maybe get through it. But I gotta be honest. To be honest about my own physical abilities, I'm pressing X to doubt right here on the two gray wolves, dude. Depending on their
You don't
size, like
you
if
don't think
they're
we could at all take them, or is it like
no,
we
no, I
just
think we can. I just think this is where I don't like the other three. I'm like, oh yeah, we're probably fine no matter what. But the two gray wolves, I think there are scenarios where we go down just because
yeah, it's like it's not gonna
it's
be
a
a
pack animal. Like they're a lot better at that than we are. So if they're I got friends that have like 100-pound dogs, and when they want to jump on you, they can kind of do what they want. So depending on the size, if they're like little 50-pounders, but when I think wolf, I'm thinking like that's a big dog. So
Are they intimidated easily? Like, is that what they tell you to do to wolves if you encounter them? Is like huff out your chest or like fucking come at them or anything?
I I honestly don't know.
Because I'm wondering if like it's only two of them and we're smarter. So I'm just trying to envision scenarios where we could win, because I'm thinking that we probably come out like 4 out of 10 on this one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I
Um,
think it's really so if we're able to use our helmets to knock some teeth out or something, that might get them to retreat. But that's the thing with wolves, like they're smart too. They're not going to attack us when we're at our prime. They're going to wait until we haven't eaten for 3 days and we're getting a little thin, maybe a little dehydrated. Then they're going to wait for one of us to fall asleep when it's supposed to be our turn to watch and probably just rip our throats out real quick, painless.
I wouldn't be waiting, that's for sure. There wouldn't be any shifts we're taking.
Oh, we're gonna go on the attack. Okay, I like
We would
that.
have to. We would like. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep if we're
We're
if we're inhabiting a space like, especially if somehow this is like enclosed, like they're gonna stay here. with us, there ain't no way I'm trying to sleep. I can't sleep around those fucking wolves. They're going to end us. So, unfortunately, I'd say probably, like a 4 out of 10 scenario. We can get them a couple times, I feel like, but more often than not, I think even when we take it, we're coming out with grievous wounds, like fucking terrible. They've gotten bit or something, or like chewed up or fucked up.
And it does say, it says each battle ends if either human is still alive or the animals are slain. So I guess, I mean, yeah, in theory, a few
They'll
times
eat.
out of 10, we can survive that.
They'll eat me, and then you kill them.
Yeah, that's how all of these will go. One of us, we'll just Rochambeau. We'll just take or just go every other, and say, all right,
Right.
well, this time they ate me, and then we advance to the next round. Especially if we get the respawn.
Okay, so the next one says a normal black and white cow. Now I think we can kill. I don't even get this one. This one doesn't make any sense to me. I think we win against the cow no matter what. It's like
I-
I'll kill it somehow. It's like it can't do anything to me. I'll kill it somehow.
Yeah, even if it charges? Oh yeah, we'll get it with the spears from far away. Probably be a
So
great opportunity to practice our spear throwing for future rounds.
yeah, right. I love that. I wanted to replace it though. Think about this. So the second one said twice as many snakes this time, still non-venomous. But now I'm thinking we've came far enough in the list. Let's think about twice as many snakes. So 12 snakes, okay? 12
Mm.
rattlesnakes, poisonous. Okay.
Oh no.
So we have to kill 12 poisonous rattlesnakes without dying.
No, I think that's a 0 out of 10, man. Because I guess it
How big's the
depends on their
beak?
venom and their poison, but it only takes one. And part of our strategy with the non-venomous ones was to let them bite us so we could, get them in close quarters and kill them. So I don't know how we're going to deal with twice as many, and we still just have a stick and a football helmet, and all it's going to take is one of them, and and then we probably only have minutes to live after that. So I'm saying my personal odds maybe a 0 out of 10 unless
Oh
running away is an
no.
option, in which case it's just am I going to be able to outrun you? I don't actually know. I don't we've never had
Damn.
that foot race, so I don't know. I don't know who would win in that scenario. Running in
Because
the sand is a bitch, though. I know that much.
12 is a lot. It's a big difference between 6 and 12. And then they're poisonous too. So it's like I don't think we're stabbing any, like neither of us are going to be stabbing them with bamboo spears. There's no way we kill them that way.
No, I'm gonna be lighting my spear on fire, hoping that they're afraid of fire, and just like waving it in front of them.
Like the only way I could see us killing them is if we get some rocks, if there's like rocks on the beach, or if we stomp them, like if we have shoes on and we stomp them. But
You
even then, it's
could.
like you're getting snipped at, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think the only real option for us here is for us to take one of the sharpened bamboo spears and use that to whittle the handle of the other spear into like a piccolo or a recorder of some kind. And then you can do snake charming, and you'll just play the music, and much like Saint Peter, just send them some bitches out into that water to drown, and let's hope they're not aquatic snakes. Otherwise, that's going to backfire.
They
But
are on
no,
a
I think
beach.
that's the only reasonable solution we have.
Yeah, right. We had to fucking that's our Baldur's Gate option at the very end of the list. It's like pull out the flute and fucking snake charm.
Oh my god! No wonder DSPs always complain about how hard that game is.
Right. I mean, can you escape 12 venomous snakes? Even when you have magic, it's almost impossible. Okay.
Especially when there's no one to tell you how to do it.
Right. Oh, goodness gracious. So let's move on here. 2 NYPD officers that don't have their police equipment.
Well, I
Oh,
would I would lose this one because I have nothing but respect for the boys in blue, and I would
oh God.
never I would never raise my voice to a police officer. So I would absolutely lose, Danny, because I just I would kiss, maybe even lick those boots to survive that one, Danny. What about you? But perfect timing by me to segue to you while you're taking a drink. But hey, do you think that cover it? I think if there are any cops still watching, thanks, like and subscribe. And now, would you kindly beat it? Um,
You got a job to do, okay?
yeah. So in Minecraft, if we're gonna fight a couple of cops, do they have their bear mace? No, they have none of their equipment.
No equipment.
So it's
We
just
have a spear and a helmet, though. They don't.
dude, New York. Now we need to know what the average size of an NYPD officer is,
No.
because if those dudes are in shape, maybe they have a chance. But if they're the kind of dudes that are, just sit in the car all day, stereotypical hitting the donut shops, like
Yeah, like I feel like
I think
that
we're
is the New
good.
York cop. I feel like the New York cop that's where they like get the stereotype. Some guy that's like, yeah, I got a fucking Krispy Kreme, and there's some fucking dirty man over in the alleyway over there that's selling drugs, but I don't care. I got my Krispy Kreme.
Yeah,
So
dude. In that
I'm
case,
in
I'd be like, stop and frisk this, you bitch. Bah!
I'm envisioning that there are two fat losers in front of us. Okay, I mean, just when we're talking about New York Police Department, so I'm actually stereotyping them, not all police. Thank you, just the New York ones. It's a fat donut dude. Okay, two fat donut lards. We're taking them. I'm saying 8 out of 10. This
Oh,
is
okay.
this is just like the dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are more threatening to me than two fat cops.
Also more fun to be around, I think. Give me the dogs. But yes, I'm with you here. We can take it, but we never would. And this last segment was done in jest. It is parody and also satire. And if you happen to be a representative of the NYPD, please contact our lawyer at polandspring at cloutroute.gmail.
Yeah, sorry,
That's a
Poland.
real email address.
Poland's gonna have to take a bullet for us and go to jail. I mean,
Well, hopefully only one
literally and figuratively.
of the two. Yeesh,
Oh
it's a
goodness
bad deal.
gracious. So after the NYPD, it's just 3 average humans. So just think about like three watchers in the audience
Mm,
that we just have to take. So this is
numbers
one.
game, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, this is one of those where they're like, so what? They're really asking what we think about us. It doesn't matter who we're fighting at this point. It's more like, do we consider ourselves like battle ready? Because that's the only way we're taken down. Like if it's 2v2, then it's just the odds are equal, and it's two
Right.
humans versus 2 humans. But if it's 2v3, then we're taking ourselves into consideration here. Like, can we beat ass?
If it's 2v3, we're putting the helmets back on so people can't punch us in the head. And we're holding the spears with both our hands. And what we're doing, Danny, is we're slashing at ankles and we're slashing at feet. Because if we can get one or two of those guys to be crawling around and not able to put their weight into any of their attacks, then maybe we have a chance. But generally speaking, man, no. I know some guys at Carnage Media who probably could, but they won't train me for free, so I'm not that guy. So
my first plan of attack is to launch a fucking bamboo spear at somebody's head.
see, right?
Then we give them a weapon. They pick it up because it just like hits them in the head for a second, and they pick it up, and now they've got a weapon.
And then we're really fucked. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Maybe once or twice out of 10, but it'd have to be a lot of luck, I think.
So we were not 0, right, for the Grey Wolves. Is that what we said, or did I say 4?
4 for the Wolves, yeah.
4 for the Wolves. I think I might have to back up on the Wolves. Maybe like 2 for the Wolves and 4 here. I think that's more appropriate. Because I think that there are a lot of scenarios where only because we have the weapons that we can kind of figure it out. You know what I mean? Like if somebody comes at us and we have a weapon, those are pretty good odds. And if we're attacking even and they're running away from us because we're somehow more intimidating, the weapons really help there too. So it's like I feel like we could take the humans sometimes, but the wolves don't give a fuck about that I have a stick or whatever. They're just gonna come. They're just gonna come at us. You know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That being said, it gets even more obscure as we go here. Like, I don't know if you know the difference between leopards and jaguars, but like 2 leopards, 2 jaguars, either way, I'm saying we're done.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one thing I know about both of them is that I can't beat either one in a fight. So yeah, I think after this, average humans is probably where my even I just can't suspend my disbelief in anything beyond round 7. There's this situation I can concoct or we can discuss where it's like, okay, if everything goes right, we might once or twice beat 3 other dudes in a fight if we have weapons and they don't. But there's no scenario where I could say, oh yeah, 2 leopards, 2 jaguars, and the hell no on 3 crocodiles, bro. I'm not betting on Danny and I beating 1 alligator, dude. Have you
Yeah,
seen the
right.
way these motherfuckers hunt and how they grab one of your limbs, drag you into the water, and just barrel roll you until you drowned? Or till they just corkscrew that leg right off. No way, dude. We're not. Mm-mm.
We're absolutely fucked when it comes to crocodiles, that's for sure.
I
I
can
think
barely beat them in Red Dead Redemption.
our because it was jaguars and leopards. Are jaguars and leopards like are they more agile than what a wolf would be? Like, are they conceptually that much different than us fighting the wolves? Like, could we take maybe 2?
See,
Like
I'm
2
surprised because I didn't even know leopards still existed. I thought Jesus healed all of those in the New Testament. But
that's
I
2 lepers, so we just have to
oh oh yeah, we
we
just
just have
had
to get them really good in the head and we're good.
no, I think they're both panthers, whatever, jaguars, leopards. I think are all more muscular and more agile than wolves. And I I don't necessarily know that those big cats hunt in packs. They might. I don't think that they do, which in my opinion just makes them the more dangerous predator. I mean, with wolves, the bigger the number, the more inescapable it will be because it's like trying to fight velociraptors in a Jurassic Park movie. But I think a big cat, honestly, I don't know if we're killing 1 cheetah or 1 leopard or 1 panther. I don't think they even need 2 when it comes to that.
I think
Have you
we
ever
could take
seen
2.
those?
1.
E
I think we'd take 1.
Every time I see one of those videos where they're like, "This person, saved this lion," and it's, from a safari or whatever, and then you see at the end, they're like, "This person died in an unfortunate accident." Oh, no shit, they died in an unfortunate accident. It's a jungle cat that's bigger
You
than a
shouldn't laugh.
human. You can't I feel shocked. I can't believe who would have seen this coming. I'm so sorry.
I shouldn't laugh at jungle cat death. We love our jungle cat safari zone folk.
Mm. Yeah, and the bear
Rest
wrestlers
in
too.
peace.
Yeah, we love all our carnies.
The crocodile wrestlers, yeah. So last but not least here, before we get out, I just wanted to ask you,
Ooh,
do you think that the South Park boys could defeat Pennywise?
dude.
I saw this one on Reddit and it kind of made me think like they
Oh.
they beat him, they beat Pennywise, their original group, right? By
Mhm.
like degrading him, right? And calling him like, we're not scared of you, you loser fucking clown. Fuck you, blah blah. And he gets really tiny and then he disappears or whatever.
Yeah, that's how it is in the most recent adaptation of the movie. In general, in like the made for TV movie and the source material, it's a combination of that, but them like using their imagination. So in the
Okay.
made for TV movie, the dude who has the inhaler is like, "This is made of battery acid, you worm," and then
melts his
sprays it, and it
face.
melts his face. And so it's like the power of their imagination, is what they use to defeat him. So with that, and we know how powerful these South Park kids, in particular Cartman, in particular Cartman, we know how powerful
Carmen
that
Sandiego.
imagination is. So I think they could, although it would be hilarious to see what Pennywise would do to torture those kids. Speaking of Cartman, could you imagine just Pennywise? He wouldn't have to shapeshift because Cartman's already afraid of gingers. So just seeing a clown with red hair, he'd probably be shitting himself.
I wonder if they could pull off a funny episode that's like the South Park boys replace, like they do Pennywise, but in South Park. Maybe they've even done that, and we're stupid, or I'm
Well, they
stupid,
might have. I
you know.
quit.
But
I haven't watched it in several years, so they might have. But yeah,
that
I
sounds
think
so interesting. Like
yeah, yeah.
those kids do. Obviously, Kenny would die at some point,
Oh, for sure. He's like the
tragically.
first one.
Yeah,
Oh man, I think it would be good because what I think, if I were writing that story based on what I knew about those characters from the seasons that I watched, it would Pennywise, as you said, would kill Kenny. Stan and Kyle would probably be the most, like Kyle would by far be the most impacted. If you're familiar with the source material, Kyle would be like the Boy Scout leader kid who doesn't come back as an adult because he just can't hang. So he just takes the express exit. Um, and and Cartman, I think, would be the one that they'd realize was like their secret weapon because of his shit talking douchebaggery. I think that's would be maybe there's a scene where Cartman does get terrified, or like I said before, it tries to make himself a ginger or something, and instead of scaring Cartman, he shit talks it or something.
yeah.
And then the creature shrieks back in fear, and in that moment is when the boys realize that because they made how the fractured butthole and all those. I mean, these they do a lot with their imagination. These young kids in the South
Right.
Park verse. I
I mean,
think
I
they're
was
whooping
thinking
his ass once they come around.
Butters too. Like Butters' whole half of his shtick on the show is like
Oh,
pretending to be Captain whatever the fuck,
is it
the evil
chaos?
guy, or yeah, Professor Chaos or
Professor
whatever. Yeah,
Chaos.
yeah, yeah. So like his whole shtick is already being like an all powerful like Doctor Doom imaginary guy, whatever. So
Mm,
the ultimate weapon I'd say against Pennywise, just like you said, Cartman too is like the king of imagination. He thought about cutting, grinding the parents up in the chili or whatever. It's like
exactly. Yeah,
Pennywise is fucked.
he's so done, man. Not even close. He might get the early lead, but once they figure out what they need to do, though, that neighborhood, South Park would chew Pennywise up, spit him out, man.
Like the more I think about it, though, and the more we sit here and talk about it, it's like if they've had to have done a South Park episode, it has to either be evading my mind right now, and it's just all the stuff I'm thinking about. It's like bits of the episode. You know what I mean? I feel like it's one of those because it seems so obvious to pit these kids against like a parody Pennywise. Eh, even if it's not the real thing, they do like a parody of it and they do it their own way. It would be so hilarious.
Yeah, if you haven't done that yet, get on it, guys. All right.
Yeah, for real, dude. You fucking Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Who'd win in a fight between Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
Trey Parker, but Matt Stone would win in a game of basketball.
Here, let me as the farewell verses here, and let me pull up a picture of them both together because it's kind of funny to
Okay.
think about.
Nice. Well, the good news is we've got, a good tease for the next episode. My apology. I went a little overboard on the thumbnail. We knew this might happen. We had more topics than we could fit in an hour, but we've got some good teasers for our. I can't wait to watch Blues Clues fight Bluey. That one ought to be fun.
Blues Clues versus Bluey. There were some little superhero ones in there too, like Namor versus Cyborg. I mean, imagine me and Kevin getting into all that nerdy goodness there. Maybe in a future episode.
Ooh, can't wait. Jack Sparrow versus Indiana Jones.
Oh, you'll have to fucking
Who's the better drunk? Is that what that one is? Or well, you will have to find out. You'll have to let us know. The best way to make sure we do another episode would be to demand it in our Discord or to go ahead and leave a comment below. Look at that. 2 calls to action, baby. Let's go.
There you go. There you go. Matt Stone, Trey Parker. I think Trey in this picture is on the left, right? That's Trey, and Matt is the chubbier one, or am I wrong?
I believe you're right.
Let me just let's erase one of their names real quick. Matt
I missed
Stone.
the afro.
Nope. It looks like they were in order. Matt Stone is the skinnier looking one. Matt Stone kind of looks like he always gave me the Amazing Racist vibes. What's that guy's name? Fucking
JonTron?
The comedian? No.
I don't remember. I don't know.
What's that guy's name? Ari Shafir.
Oh,
the Amazing Racist. That's who Matt Stone
how could I
was
forget
to
about
me.
that guy? Wow.
On that note, I think Matt Stone's taking it. 10 out of 10. Whoops his friend's ass.
Yeah, I think I'm going to reverse mine. Matt Stone wins in the fight. Trey Parker wins the game of basketball.
Okay, I like that. All right, well, that has been a Who Would Win bonus episode from Kevin and I. Thank you all for tuning in. Kevin, do you have any farewell words for our community out there?
Oh, I just want to say thank you guys again for a great 2023. It's been a hell of a ride so far. These first couple years on the Clout Route, we got a lot of cool shit coming in that continue to grow of 2024, right, Danny?
Right, Kevin. Right, exactly. I still think you'd take Eminem in that rap battle.
Spaghetti.
We will catch you guys later. Peace. And you can be thinking about who would win in a battle between me and Kevin for the next episode.